You know that feeling when everything is falling apart, when you lose your job, you have no money and no idea where to start next. That was me after COVID-19. I'd lost my job, I didn't have the money to even extend my visa, I had no real plans. But somehow through all the struggle, I made it work. Today I run successful property business in Dubai and helping others to do the same. This is my journey from rock bottom to financial freedom. And if you are going through tough time, I want you to know you can do it too. After COVID-19, everything changed. I'd lost my job and I didn't even have a valid visa. I couldn't even apply for another one. Even if I did, company would have to pay extra fees for my visa, and most were not willing to do that. I tried applying anyways, but no one gave me a chance. I was stuck. Dubai is not a cheap place to live, and without an income, it was just a matter of time before I ran out of money. But I had to survive. So I started a small business with my friend, teaching Afro dance classes. We were charging 50 dirhams per session. It wasn't easy because I'd never done something like that before, but I had to make it work. For a whole year, we gave dance classes, and while it was a great experience, it wasn't bringing in enough money, and I needed something more stable. I struggled for a year without a job. At one point, I had to sleep on a friend's balcony for 3 months because I couldn't afford a place to stay. Then I moved to a hostel. That is where I met a French guy and we instantly connected. We had the same energy and the same ambition. We both wanted to build something. That's when the idea hit us. Why not open a hostel in a tourist area in Dubai? If we did it right, we could turn it into a successful business. In 2022, we made it happen. We opened our first hostel. I was taking care of setting up the place and managing the guests, while my partner was focused on bringing more investors so we could expand. And it worked. The hostel was successful, and soon we opened a second one. Finally, I had a steady income, but there was still one problem. I had collected fine for 3 years because of my visa situation. It was too expensive to fix at the time, so I just kept working, hope to sort it out later. Then I started wanting more time to focus on new projects, so I had to train my housekeeper to manage the hostel in my place. Then my girlfriend and I decided to open an Airbnb in a prime location, but then we made a huge mistake. We did not tell the landlord we were running it as an Airbnb. When they found out, we had to shut it down, and since the apartment was not in my name, I couldn't fight for it. That was a tough loss, but every mistake teaches you something. By September 2023, things went worst. It was low season in Dubai, means few tourists. By then, there was a lot more competition hostels with us. The business was slow, my partner was away, and when he returned, we tried to figure out a way to improve the situation. But unfortunately, nothing worked. We decided to go our separate ways. Suddenly, I was alone again, no income, no visa, just a little bit of savings and big responsibilities. That period was the hardest of my life. I had gone to building something big to lose everything, and I had to start from scratch again. Then I realized if I kept ending up in the same situation, something had to change. I had to change. So I started focusing on my personal development. I began working out daily, meditating, reading, and learning new skills for hours every day. I cut off all social media except LinkedIn so I could stay focused. By then, I also started messaging landlords, offering them to manage their properties. For months, I got no reply, but I didn't stop. I just kept going. I remember how much meditation helped me through that time. I would meditate for an hour every day just to manage my stress. That's when I learned the power of gratitude. Some days I had nothing to eat, but instead of stressing about it, I focused on what I could control, improving myself and looking for new opportunities. One day, things finally changed. I booked a stay in a hostel and I saw that the system was not really great. I met the owner and shared some ideas on how he could improve his business. He liked my ideas and asked if we could work together. That was another chance. From there, we opened an Airbnb and a co-living space. Less profitable than a hostel, but legally more stable in Dubai. By then, Dubai introduced a grace period that allowed people like me to change my situation without paying all the past fines. Finally, I became legal. Then an old guest from my first hostel reached out to me. He had a business idea, and after talking, I saw we had the same mindset as well. We partnered up, and that's how Next House was born. Within 6 months, we expanded to 8 luxury shared apartments for digital nomads in Dubai. Now, I don't just run properties, I teach others how to do the same. I help people build successful property business without buying a real estate. This journey was not easy. There were so many ups and downs, but I learned that if you stay consistent, keep learning and never give up, you will make it. Now I can travel when I want, work on my term, and help others to do the same. This journey is not over. I'm still learning every day, but my hustle is easier than before. And for that, I'm grateful. If my story inspired you, drop a comment below. If you want to learn how to build your own property business from scratch, check out my free training, and remember, no matter where you are today, you can always turn things around. Let's get to work.